What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do some monthly manifestations for the sign of Cancer. Okay, Cancer, you guys are third during the zodiac lineup for group one. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. So of course, if you are or have been on my channel for a minute, I am somewhat behind in getting the monthlies done. If you've been really doing some soul searching, just as much as I have, energy has been up and down. Plus, NBA season, I ain't even gonna hold you, has had me, on the vice grips because the Celtics are in the finals, and so I'm ecstatic about it. Now, that's no excuse, but it's me time when it comes to my basketball, okay? So, but nonetheless, I'm still here for y'all to try and get these readings out. This one is going to be somewhat different because we're going to tap into both May and June for you guys, okay? I wanted to get everybody done in May, but it just did not work out that way. So, to kind of catch you guys up, the month of May obviously was more so about reoccurring changes that carried over from April, are completed or should be completed for you guys. The full moon was on the same day in the month of May as it was in April, which was on the 23rd. Needing to have the inner strength to make changes as needed. But don't worry about playing catch up or falling behind, okay? And so for me, it's more so about taking some time for myself. I was kind of feeling a little bit burnt out also, which is part of the month of June. Taking the time to assess your progress, may be stressing over changes, as this is now June, the 6th month of the year, and it's about a lot of maybe reevaluating and some changes happening. Of course, like I just said, a burnout requires the need to recenter yourself. If you are a spiritualist, I would say it is time to change or charge out, charge or change out your crystals on the full moon in the month of June, which is the strawberry moon, which is on the 21st. Okay, so if we look at May, your new moon energy was on the 7th. The 15th was the first quarter moon energy, and the 23rd is where those changes occur because 2 and 3 equals 5. And so that may have been a time for you to make some changes on some things. Okay. Now, for the month of June, the 6th was a new moon. Okay. Which is where you're assessing the changes that have occurred probably from April to now. Okay. And then we have the 14th, which is first quarter moon energy, as far as checking in on your progress to really see where you are again. 4 and 1 equaling out to 5, protecting your energy, following your intuition, moving forward in a positive way in regards to the changes, because I feel, are going to be very positive changes for the collective. Okay. And then again on the 21st is about recentering in the sense of 2 and 1 equaling 3. Okay. So that week you may be doing some recentering, getting yourselves together. Okay. I would suggest doing that as much as possible, especially for spiritualists. Okay. If you've been just feeling a little bit foggy lately, maybe not getting clear, or making clear decisions, or just feeling unsure about stuff, it's time for you to clear out your crystals. Okay. Because I know I will be doing that. I occasionally do it, like maybe every few months or so, as spirit and encourages me to. There may be a crystal that you don't need right now, that needs to really be thoroughly cleansed out before you need it again. Okay, so definitely interchange your crystals if you're a spiritualist. So, with that being said, let's get into your reading, which is going to be a little bit different from usual. Okay, It's still with the same premise. We're going to look at both months this time around. Okay, for Cancer, we're going to go ahead and shuffle the deck. I'm going to pull 6 cards. Okay, 3 for each month, for each phase that we normally look at, which is the new moon, first quarter moon, and the full moon. Okay, so one more shuffle here. For some reason I feel like I did 3, but that's the last shuffle there. And we're going to go ahead and cut the deck by 3s. And then I'm going to pull, like I said, 3 like normal. 1 from the top, which is new moon energy for May. 1 from the bottom, which is first quarter moon energy for the month of May. And then 1 energetically from the middle, which I'm going to go here. And this is for the month of May. Okay? So we're going to look at that first. Or no, Spirit says go ahead and pull for the following month, but we're going to shuffle again. And we're going to put the month of June underneath. Okay? So 3 shuffles here to invoke new energy for the month of June. Last shuffle. Okay. And now, same as before, 1 from the top for the month of June. 1 from the bottom for the month of June, first quarter moon. And then 1 energetically from the middle. And I think I'm going to go to this one for the month of June, full moon energy. Okay? So, in between these, we'll do clarifiers, only 1 set of cards for the clarifier in regards to the energy that's interchanging between these months, okay? So let's see what's going on in this first row here for the month of May for you guys, Cancer, okay? First quarter new moon energy in the month of May, which was on the 7th, the week of the 7th, a time to give rather than take. Okay, new moon in Virgo energy here. Okay, so Cancer, obviously a time for you in the month of May during this time of the new moon was for you to give more. Okay, maybe give more time, more patience, more understanding. Okay, in regards to a particular situation. Okay, maybe something in regards to just for yourself. Or again, maybe to another. I'm sensing family possibly needing some attention from you, possibly. And so maybe they've given to you a lot, and now it's time to return the favor. Okay. Not really time to return a favor, but you know what I mean, in the sense of, giving to others, okay, of your time and energy, okay? But nothing, it feels like it's something major, but to you it's not, okay? But let's see what else is going on in the month of May, okay? So May 15th, which was the first quarter moon energy for you, Cancer, the answers you need are coming, okay? Gemini energy here, okay? Gemini energy here. The answers you need are coming, all right? In a possible way, it could have been for you in May during the time of the 15th of kind of seeing things from both sides, okay? To possibly determine, it feels like an energy of you being a mediator of some sort for a particular situation and needing to see both sides of things. I feel like this dynamic of, you ever know how or feel or have family that only talks to certain family members, okay? And let's say the situation that you're dealing with and that you're helping in or being put in the middle of, um, they only trust you to know certain things that other people don't know that you know of, okay? If that makes sense. And so certain things have been missing from a particular situation. I don't know how much weight your opinion has, but obviously it could be a little bit heavy. And so if you haven't made a decision yet, or you're still kind of evaluating it, that's the reason for it, okay? Is because you're trying to see both sides of things, okay? But it could by now be cleared up. We'll see in a little bit what happens for the month of June, because it could switch as far as energy. These are for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, okay? So energies may shift in the sense of, again, if you're a Cancer in those placements, it could be someone else who's watching who has Cancer in another placement in their birth chart where June changes up, okay? But nonetheless, let's see what's going on in the full moon energy of the month of May on the 23rd, which we talked about changes. Expect powerful change, okay? Expect powerful change, all right? Now, it could be a change of people stop coming to you because of what you've decided upon, okay? And that could just be them, throwing a tantrum of some sort, or just, feeling like you should have took their side, okay? Because you did not, all right? And so expect powerful change. This is a new moon eclipse energy here. You can always look that up on your free time to find out what energy kind of revolves around that. But it's something about that eclipse that is very important, as we did have a solar eclipse, what was it, April, I believe, either I think April or March, where we had that solar eclipse. So the issue could have started sometime around then, okay? Or just your mindset on how you review things or listen to people may have changed somewhere around then, okay? As far as your awareness, more so towards my spiritualist, okay? And so that is the situation for the month of May, okay? So change did come, all right? So let's look at June, all right? June, new moon energy on the 6th for you, Cancer. Luck is on your side, Sagittarius energy here, okay? And so this could be for a different set of Cancer for a few of you. But whatever it is that you have going on personally outside of this particular situation, for some of you, luck is on your side for something else that you're working on, okay? We're not going to talk about it. That may come up in some of your preliminary readings outside of the monthlies, okay? Or as this reading progresses. Let's see what's going on in the first quarter moon energy on the 14th to come in June. Be bold and make the first move, okay? Be bold and make the first move, okay? And so no particular sign in question here, just a lot of moon energy, okay? You could obviously have your co-water sign in your chart as far as Pisces is concerned, but it could be in regards to a relationship for you, Cancer. And so maybe As far as connecting with someone, luck is on your side as far as new energy within a connection. Okay. And if you're feeling good vibes and it's very clear, then for you to make the first move, if that is a question you've been having, the answer is now here. As you see, the answers you need are coming, is right above this. So be bold and make the first move. Possibly is something that you were asking back in May, leading now into June. Okay. Now let's see what the full moon energy is for the month of June for you, Cancer. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Okay. So you can look up when the full moon in Leo is for your reference. Okay. But if it's something, let's say this particular situation that maybe is a family dynamic, has been plaguing you, and maybe the person that you are dealing with, Cancer, has been knowing you for a while, and so you feel safe in talking to them. Don't let pride get in the way. If it's, if you want to talk to them about that, or if it's something in particular that you need more material help with. Okay. Go ahead and ask for that assistance. Okay. Don't let pride get in the way. Okay. If anything, it is very endearing when someone is not codependent, but it, in my opinion, is something that's very endearing when someone entrusts you enough to ask for your help. Okay. I myself do struggle with asking for help from time to time because I want to be so independent. Because nowadays people throw that word codependent out for everything when it's really kind of loosely used or used wrong, in my personal opinion. It just all depends on the connection that you have with someone, because it's when there's love involved, in my opinion, it's not codependent. It's called being vulnerable with a person and trusting them with your most inner, deepest thoughts or secrets that no one else knows. Okay, that is for someone. I don't know who. Hopefully, Cancer, you can, kind of lean on that as it may, if it helps you. Okay. Now, we're going to get into clarifying here. Right now, in the middle, splitting this, we have the Queen of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords. Okay. So Queen of Pentacles is pretty much facing inward while this Knight of Swords is rushing in. Okay. Offer here on the table with this Queen of Swords, kind of contemplating in a way over a particular offer as someone rushes in with truth. It's a Knight of Swords, not a king. Okay, take that as you will. We're going to shuffle 3 times. Again, this is for energy between the months as things have been progressing. Okay. Queen of Pentacles yet again with the Hanged Man. Okay, looking at things from a different perspective, looking for some kind of enlightenment in this situation. Okay, maybe in the sense of giving not so much material wise as far as monetary, but maybe in the sense of making a decision on something. Okay, and like I just said, contemplating. Hanged Man energy still here. Queen of Pentacles goes away and is replaced by the Four of Swords. Okay, air energy, which is Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Okay, you may or may not have anything to do with one of those signs. It's just an honorable mention. But this is time for reflection. Okay, as far as really reevaluating words or information that has been shared with you. Okay, so last shuffle there before we cut the deck, and we'll get the energy between, the clarifying energy between these months. Like I said, one set of cards coming out here. So one from the top, for that new moon energy between May and June. One directly from the bottom. I was about to pull actually one from the middle, but one from the bottom for first quarter moon energy, and then one energetically from the middle. And who knows, they might need to switch. I'm gonna go with this one here, which is for full moon energy clarifying. Okay, we'll look at the bottom of the deck still momentarily to see what the overall outcome is of all this energy. Okay, but to start in clarifying that a time to give rather than to take, and luck is on your side. Potentially because you take the time to give, then to take is what brings that luck to you, good karma. Okay, blockage, okay, of 9 of Wands. Okay, wounded warrior here in between both of this new moon energy. Okay, and that's only because of, again, like I mentioned before, not so much burnout, but just needing some time to not be bothered by external forces, in the sense of taking some time to yourself to isolate a little bit. Okay, if it was 10 of Swords, then I would definitely say it's a burnout. If it was the 10 of Wands, I would say you've been really bogged down, but obviously you still are, but mostly by people's actions from afar. Okay, so this wounded warrior, you need time to think, you need time to heal from something, and just really get your thoughts and everything together before, making a decision. Okay, or maybe just from dealing with the situation between both of these months, you take some time to yourself. Okay, because it really probably wore you out. Okay, and so that's new moon energy. Next, let's look at the first quarter moon energy between the answers you need are coming to be bold and make the first move. Is being clarified by the Knight of Wands. Okay, Knight of Wands energy. Now, Knight of Wands energy, some people will say, is usually someone who is somewhat flirtatious, could be more so leading with actions than words. Making the attempt, again, like I said, in your personal endeavors, bodes well for you. Okay, being very confident, very, like it said, being bold, and making the first move because you have confirmed that that's what you should do. Okay, based on someone's behavior, mannerisms, how they reply to you. Maybe you've gotten somebody who's been texting you on the regular, or texting, or kind of language has kind of changed where it's a little bit more flirty, or more open, more sincere. Whatever the case may be, there's a change that brings upon this Knight of Wands energy. Okay, and so if you were looking for clarification, that is your clarification. Now, with that being said, putting that down on the spread, we have the Knight of Wands kind of going towards this 9 of Wands. Okay, if I add these two together, there's your 10 of Wands right there. Okay, meaning your hands are pretty full. It's not an 8 of Swords, which would mean your hands are tied with something. If anything, you just have a lot going on as far as action wise. So almost feeling spread thin, of some sort for some of you, but again, that could be a Cancer that's in a different placement in a birth chart. Okay, where they're not actually a Cancer, they just have Cancer somewhere in their birth chart. That may be for you. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the full moon energy. Expect powerful change with don't let pride get in your way, is being clarified with the Page of Swords. Okay, full moon energy is that of a completion of a phase or whatever it is that you are trying to achieve. Okay, light communication here with air energy between the two. Okay, again, you have powerful change where I don't know if it's you being fearful or again letting pride get in the way from really expressing yourself. Okay, um, only because if it's not pride, it could be you worried about being judged by someone a little bit, especially if you start bringing them into your personal world of what's going on behind the scenes when you're not with them. That's really been plaguing you. Maybe a person knows that something is wrong and they want you to open up to them, and of course you're being kind of vague, and they can pick up on that. So, but if you entrust this person, then it should be, easy for you to communicate things with them. Okay. So as long as you feel that genuineness from someone, you should be able to open up. Okay. And open up in a way that expresses to them why you're a little bit or have been a little bit, vague, because you don't want them to, view you a certain way. Okay. Just be open and honest about it. All right. And that way that person doesn't take advantage of your vulnerability. Okay. Now, with that being said, the overall outcome of the energy is a 5 of Cups. Okay. Now, for some of you, maybe you already did that in the sense of opening up to someone, and then maybe you got some disappointment because maybe they weren't able to be helpful to you, and maybe you feel a little bit exposed in a way. For some of you, not all of you, but just some. Don't worry about it, is all I can say. You were honest and you were upfront. Okay? If someone can't handle it, then they don't need to be around you. Okay? If they need to digest it, then let them do that. They asked for you to be open and honest with them. You did that. There should be no disappointment about it or feeling discouraged. Okay. But if it's something outside of that, that is in regards to what you're trying to obtain, maybe a goal of yours, 3 cups are down, 2 are still up. Okay. If it's something that you applied for, don't worry about it. There's still plenty of opportunities out here. You just have to go about it another way. Okay. You cannot cry over spilled milk is an old saying. Okay. Because what's the point of crying over it? All right. If you knew it wasn't going to be, that much of a guarantee, then there's no need to cry over it. Okay. The whole point is that you tried, and there's still other opportunities out there. All right. So as long as there's still opportunity, there is never a failure. Okay. Now, with that being said, we're going to get into what is the message or messages of support for Cancer to achieve or manifest their goals. What is the message or messages for Cancer to achieve or manifest their goals? I'm feeling the possibility of 2 messages for you guys, Cancer. If something jumps out beforehand, I'll take it. If not, we will cut the deck and just read directly from the bottom of the deck. Or if something struggles to go back in, I'll take that as well. We'll stop there. A little bit more. All right, I'll stop there. Feeling that nudge from the universe, from Spirit. And now we'll read directly from the bottom what your 2 messages are. I'll figure out somewhere to put these. Okay. Happy love. Okay. Happy love, Cancer, is your first message. A joyful, stable partnership and good friends. Okay. A joyful, stable partnership and good friends. All right. So maybe for some of you, whoever it is that you are partnered with, is definitely someone who definitely compliments you. And maybe you've met their friends already, and maybe their friends become your new friends in a way, and vice versa, which is a good place to be if you can, pretty much all, chill out together. Okay, so that's one. I guess I'll put that one here. And then we have the elements. Okay, the elements, which says the elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries, spiritual and mental, physical and emotional. Okay, really listen to that. All right, the elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. So, all facets of protection around you. Again, I am thinking of the 14th of June as that protection and following your intuition as far as mental, come this week, coming up, okay, which is a Friday. All right. Definitely pay attention to your energy during this week, okay? Of focusing, that's part of your centering, okay? So let's get into your present self, Cancer, as far as what is the energy of your present self right now. What is the present energy of Cancer? 3 shuffles here before we cut, and we'll go to the bottom of the deck. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut now. I was about to shuffle. I don't know why sometimes I can't keep up with the shuffles. Sometimes. I think I kind of like zone out whenever I start shuffling sometimes, to really kind of tap into the energy of Cancer. At the bottom of the deck, you have joy, music at the bottom. Okay. Joy, music, 28, which equals out to 10. Okay. I don't know if any of you do it. I know I do. Occasionally I will listen to music, sometimes, to pretty much kind of help me in the sense of not knowing that it's helping me at the time, unless I'm, listening to a particular genre or an artist or a particular song. But lots of songs always pop up in my head from time to time. And sometimes I'll go and listen to them because I know there's some kind of hidden message there, especially in the sense of needing to heal. And sometimes music is a good place of healing. You can, get a lesson from a song without even knowing it. And so taking the time to really either dance or just listen, it doesn't always have to be with words, but just something to just, help, relax you. I know within the last few days I've put on meditations before I went to bed, just to kind of help me recenter myself. Chakra balancing for my spiritualists. I do have, if you do like meditations and listening to them, maybe as you work or do yoga or anything, you can find a bunch of my favorite meditations on my playlist on the channel. Feel free to peruse those. And then we do have comfort and hearth right up underneath that. Okay, so finding comfort in your favorite space, okay, whether it be yours or maybe your significant others. It says use music to change your mood. Music raises your vibration. Create ways you can express yourself more fully. Move your body through dance. Allow your body to heal through movement. Surround yourself with music to heal. It can be the music of nature, natural soundscapes, or human generated music. Okay. There's also this feeling of potentially writing, um, maybe writing music that may be part of you, Cancer, for some of you. Music is either notated or written down in a musical language or is learnt by ear, okay? As far as mimicking, maybe wanting to learn how to play an instrument. Um, I know during this time of us being kind of locked in, a lot of people have adapted to new hobbies or interests. And so definitely take the time to get into that in a way of whatever kind of energetically moves you or guides you. You never know what spirit will guide you to. Okay. So let's go ahead and ask, what is the potential energy for the higher self of Cancer? What is the potential energy for the higher self of Cancer? This would be your subconscious self, okay? This could be what's to come, maybe towards full moon energy on the 21st, all right? Things that maybe you are trying to ignore as it pertains to maybe changes that need to occur in your life, okay? That involve people, places, and things, all right? At the bottom of the deck, we have the law of correspondence. The law of correspondence. This is actually, I would always say, new energy alert, okay? Because it's the first time this card has come up. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. I truly appreciate your patronage. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe so you can be notified the next time I do a reading for your sign. See life as the ultimate mirror guiding you to the highest version of yourself. See life as the ultimate mirror guiding you to the highest version of yourself, okay? So for me, being intuitive, I'm seeing 3 versions of this person, okay? And kind of interpreting this to mean that there are different versions of ourselves. And I talk about this a little bit in the Tap Into Your Soul readings. You may be interested in those. I have a plethora of readings for, any kind of mood that you might be in. But you can definitely go there if you're trying to get over maybe some past traumas or even get to know yourself a little bit deeper through touch drawing cards by Deborah Koff Chapman. Okay. But nonetheless, we all go through it. We have different phases in the sense of, our teenage years, our young adult years, and then kind of getting into that grown phase. Okay. And so you have to look at each phase, or you possibly have been looking at each phase of your life and trying to figure out, what kind of changes you might want to make or where you're headed in your life right now. Can you head or be on the right path with the places that you're hanging out at, or the people that you're with? And you have to answer that honestly to yourself. If you cannot honestly answer your own questions about yourself, then how can you move forward? Okay. And so it's time for you to take and reflect on, asking yourself pertinent questions and being honest about it. Okay. So, journaling is definitely helpful, or just literally blatantly looking at your life in general. Okay. So page 13 is where we're going to get some additional messages for you guys. Page 13, equaling out to 4 yet again, okay? Kind of protecting your path is what I'm feeling more so or less, okay? It says here, you are ready to awaken. It is time to release all feelings of being the victim of life and realize your infinite power. Your experience of life is the outpicturing and reflection of your beliefs. This card is saying that you are ready to identify your limiting beliefs so that you can release them. As you advance in your spiritual awakening, everything will be magnified to give you clarity to spot your limiting beliefs. Keep the faith. You are going through a quantum shift, and miracles are in the making. Now you will see life as the ultimate mirror, guiding you to the highest version of yourself. Remember, sow what you wish to reap. Here we go. Okay? Sit in front of a mirror and ask yourself the following question: who am I? Take time to reflect, contemplate, and meditate on this internal inquiry. May the truth set you free. Okay? May the truth set you free. All right? Have you been pretending, Cancer? All right? It's time to stop. It's time to stop pretending and actually accept the truth for what it is. Okay? What it is you want to do moving forward, who you want to do it with, how you want to do it, X, Y, and Z. Okay? Anything that is not meant to be or go with you on this journey has to be freed. Okay? For the betterment of yourself and maybe even for the betterment of someone else. All right? You never know. All right? But right now is the time to inquire about it. Okay? Right now is the time to not really make a decision, but consider it. Okay? Contemplate, meditate, do whatever it is that you need to do. And again, a lot of signs are being shown to you or will be shown to you. If you contemplate what someone says and it rubs you the wrong way, that's something that you need to assess. Okay? Again, hopefully these readings provide you with some form of a lesson, brings you to an awakening. All right? As far as if you're not a spiritualist and wondering what a spiritual awakening is, it's literally just what we just mentioned in this reading, as far as taking the time to see things being shown to you that you don't agree with. Okay? If you're a person who has morals and values and those who are opposite of you do not match with that, that's a sign of spiritual awakening. You may not want to deal with it at the time, and most of us don't. We'll ignore it. And then the universe will do something about it, especially if the universe knows God, whoever you believe in. I don't really talk too much about religion on the channel unless it's brought up. But whatever poses as a sign to you is coming from the above to tell you and give you a lesson. Okay? If you get all of a sudden pulled away and you weren't intending to do that, it's the universe pulling you away, saying you need to stop and look at it. Okay? So open your eyes, not just your physical eyes, but your third eye, as seen in this card here, where she has those markings right at her third eye. Okay? Look up what that third eye is. Okay? That is your awareness. That is where part of your thoughts are connected to your crown chakra, that makes you follow your intuition because you are more aware of your surroundings. You are aware of what it is that you want and what you don't want. And now it has come time for you. Now, for some things you may be able to, assess and maybe look inward and notice that it's you that needs to change and not those around you. For some, that could be the situation, and open up more. For others of you, it could be to walk away from someone, okay? Maybe just for a moment, if not for forever, okay? It all depends, all right? And that's for some of you. For me to mention both of those opposing sides of things, it's obviously something that's really deep embedded within the collective of Cancer. Okay, so you may want to tap into your souls and look into those readings. They may be very helpful to you. Others of you, you can wait until some new energy pops up, but I have plenty of readings on the channel, so check them out. All right. So until your next reading, Cancer, peace.